today is a big day for us. It's a really big day for Dropp. It should be also for Hedera.
Sushil, welcome back. That's a heck of a view you have behind you.
That is Davos right there. It is beautiful. It's really beautiful here today. And it snowed a little, not a lot, but it's beautiful today. Yeah.
It looks amazing, Sushil. But can you just, before we get into the news of the day, which I really want to get into what Dropp is doing, I'm just curious how things are going there in general there at Davos.
Listen, Davos, this is my fourth time, so I've been very fortunate to be here multiple times. It's always electrifying. I mean, it's like, imagine the energy we have in New York City, in Manhattan, except it's in a very beautiful site like Davos. It's very energetic. And this year has been, I think people are very optimistic in almost every sector that we talk about. You see a lot of optimism among people and a lot of conversations on AI. There's a lot going on here. So just so everyone understands, we are not in the World Economic Forum. It's called WEF. We are just outside, in the outskirts of the WEF. It's a street called the Promenade, where all of the Amazon, Google, Hedera, all of these organizations are right there here. They have booths, pavilion, and you get to meet people. I mean, you get to meet everyone. Like the Microsoft CEO was here. We just met Kimball Musk. He was walking on the street. You see, actually, we just saw Fareed Zakaria from CNN. So it's beautiful, and you get to meet a lot of people, and everyone's very open. You just shake hands and talk to people, and I love it. Yeah.
Well, we saw Kimball Musk with Kamal from the Hashgraph Association yesterday.
Yes.
How's the Hedera presence look? What are the conversations around Web3 look like?
So let's go from Web3 first. So, I was here in 2018. I just want to give context to everyone. I was here in 2018, and that's when the crypto and blockchain, there was a lot of chatter then, and there was a lot that was going on in 2018. And then 1920, I saw that it was sort of waning down for multiple reasons. I see an emergence of excitement, and it's a different excitement. It's not about just the crypto and the prices of the crypto. It's about real applications. I mean, I've heard everyone. I was at GBBC. That's where many of the Hedera panels, including Lehman, was in GBBC, which is the Global Blockchain Council. And it was really exciting to see people not talk about applications, but actually show you how they're working. We had someone from the World Bank showing us how they tokenize promissory notes. This used to be a talk. So it's a very different time here. A lot of excitement on blockchain, a lot of excitement on AI, significant. You can't walk anywhere on the street without meeting someone who's talking about AI. And then how does blockchain and AI come together? So that's sort of the environment here. Hedera is kind of everywhere. There are multiple locations, and we've had everyone from Kamal, you're right. We had Lehman talk, we had Eric talk on multiple panels. So, and Wes, and I'm sure Sham was there. I think I tweeted. So we are really included and involved in almost every blockchain council or blockchain panels out here. But the conversations are really about tokenization. The conversations are about how we're going to utilize AI. And, Hedera seems to be in the midst of all of it. So I think it was really good we all came here. I think that was a perfect choice.
Hedera's leading in all those different narratives. But I want to get into what I think is the biggest announcement that I've seen come out of Davos so far this year, and it's coming from Dropp, your company. Can you tell us what you're doing with Truist Bank?
Absolutely. Yeah. So if Brandon, if you don't mind, I just, for people who are joining and don't know about Dropp, I just want to give a couple of seconds. So Dropp is a platform for instant payments, instant settlement. So Dropp is a payment. So it's called a micro-payment platform. It's meant, and our vision is to lower the cost of the transaction. Whether you are transferring US dollar or you're transferring crypto, we want to lower the cost of transaction. It's an alternative to credit cards. We are really going after the instant settlement and ultra low cost. So to achieve that, we've done two things. We've been working with banks. We're leveraging the banking rails, and we're leveraging the distributed ledger. In this case, is the Hedera, because that's the way you reduce the cost of a transaction, but you also have to make it instantaneous. So when it comes to crypto, everything is instantaneous, as you all know. But when it comes to banks, there's a new rail out there, a new API, new protocol called RTP, real-time payments. And this real-time payments is offered by an organization called the Clearing House. which also does ACH, right? So it's the same organization. So we've been leveraging RTP in our platform. So when merchant gets paid, they get paid instantly. For that, we had to work and collaborate with Truist. So we've been at it for a long time. For the last 6 months, we've been working on it. Today is a big day for us. It's a really big day for Dropp. It should be also for Hedera that we announced our partnership. I would say our collaboration, our effort, all of the work. This is step one in making the platform instantaneous, making the platform real time. There are multiple things that are going to happen, but this is step one. And we've been waiting to announce this. We got an approval 2 days back, and it just happened to be I was in Davos. So this is it's a great day for the Dropp team. Kudos to the Dropp team that we've been able to announce. Now we can go out. Brendan, what does it mean? Is we want to make the entire journey instantaneous and really cheap, right? So that instead of using a credit card, we could use something like Dropp to make a payment, whether it's 1 cent or whether it's hundreds of dollars. We are focusing on the small business, small market thing. So it's a milestone. It's a very good milestone. I won't say it's the last milestone. It's the milestone. We have other milestones that are going to come up in this year, and we'll announce it as we go. And Truist is the company with whom we are collaborating on this.
So, Sushil, we talk about credit cards, and credit cards, of course, are done on credit. So that means it's not instant settlement. What does instant settlement mean, and what is the impact that that's going to have on the industry?
Oh, absolutely. Thanks for the question. People use the word instant all the time. So that's why I use it. It didn't say instant payment. It's instant settlement. The issue is when a merchant accepts payment from you, when you tap that card or you write a check, the merchant gets the payment 7 days, sometimes 2 weeks, sometimes 3 days. Lately it's been a little faster. But they can never have it end of the day. They cannot have it right in that very second, right? So for the larger businesses, that's okay. But when you look at most of the small businesses, the cash flow is the most important aspect of it. So what this really does is optimizes cash flow. This is something that no one realizes. That most businesses work on margins, very low margins, and then they borrow money all the time. Even though they have receivables coming in, money is going to come in, but it's not there. Systems like Dropp, and there's going to be multiple instant systems in the United States. They're going to they will take care of that cash optimization challenge, and then make it easier and easier for merchants to accept it. So when I make a payment right now in our system, a merchant could say, give that money to me instantaneously, settle it right now, or settle it end of the day, but not beyond end of the day. And we can do that, and we can do all of those things. So it gives us a lot more flexibility on what we can offer the merchant, and the merchant this is taking United States, US more towards instant settlement. Right now, we don't have much of an instant settlement. There's only RTP and the Fed now, which is coming up. And at some point, we'll also start putting Fed now in the system.
Understood. Now, what does it look like for the consumer at the point of sale? Is it going to look any different from the rails that they used before?
It's not going to look any different. And that is it's going to be less friction because they can just use a QR code, scan it. There's a point of sale. You'll see a point of sale, which will have a QR code. You scan it just the way you do it right now. If you're on a website, you will see a drop button. Click on it. It brings up your digital extension, which you have on your Chrome or your browser. Or if you have Dropp on your wallet, on your mobile, you can just scan it. So for the consumer, we make sure that there's less friction on the user experience. And that's critical. On the merchant side, they have to implement a pieces of the system that we built, or they should download the app. So it's not much of a work that they already do for credit cards. So I think the experience is going to remain the same. And I would say even it starts getting better, because as we deliver more products on RTP, the experience is going to be, you might not even have to upload money on your wallet to make a payment. It could happen instantly. That's the direction we are headed. So I would say it gives you an alternative method of payment and a cheaper payment method for the merchants. And so no, the experience is going to be, I would say, a lot better than what we have, or at least in part.
So besides the instant settlement, for the benefit of the merchant, for the benefit of the consumer, what are the other benefits? Because I know that normally credit cards, they're going to put 1.5% to 3.5% right on top of whatever take that right off the top of whatever that payment might be. What are the benefits as far as cost savings for the merchant? And then, of course, that could be potentially passed on to the consumer.
Credit card fees are anything from 3 to 5%, depending on what product you buy, depending on the. So there's almost like an implicit inflation in the market. Like everyone has increased their prices. So the real advantage when you lower the cost, it lets the merchant not only make more money, they can actually go back and give you some of that. There's this concept of instant discounting in Dropp. When you make a payment, the merchant could say, hey, if you're using Dropp, I know you're paying by bank, I'll give you a discount around 5%. It happens all the time. You walk into a store and they say, if you don't use a credit card, pay cash. So this is like digital cash. So this then becomes like a significant benefit, and they don't have to deal with cash. So when a merchant comes in, you walk in there, you say, instead of cash, use Dropp. They don't have to use a card. They don't have cash, but they have Dropp. They can make a payment. The big advantage for the merchant there is they don't have to manage cash because this goes directly into their bank account. So some of these benefits is only when you are a merchant, you see that I don't have to manage cash. I can get my 4% discount already, and I can transfer some of that. We've also built products in Dropp which let the merchant send you out a discount coupon, and it's not for the transaction, just the way you have offered. So you go to your local store, probably go there 10 times a week. There's no way for him to give you a discount other than a physical discount, like a physical coupon. So we built everything that a credit card network has in Dropp. So you have the same experience. You still get the reward points, you still get the coupons, and you get the benefit of a very low cost transaction. And it's instantaneous, which I don't want to forget that. That's the most important part. It's instantaneous. So the merchant has the money right away. Okay.
Understood. So just to explain to the viewers how big of a deal this is, I want to tell them who Truist Bank is. They might not be a household name to everyone, like maybe a Bank of America or JP Morgan, but they're a significant bank. Can you tell us a little about Truist?
Sure. So Truist used to be, they merged. It used to be SunTrust, another bank, and they merged. So it's not a household name, but you'll see it more and more. I think it's the sixth or the seventh largest bank, and I think it's the seventh largest bank, $1 trillion in assets. It's a huge bank. It's not JP Morgan, but it is it's a very big bank with lots of different products. So we are really excited, not just because of real-time payments. It's also exciting working with all the technology that this bank has, and they have a lot of different products, and we want to bring those products to Dropp, because not only for the consumer, but also for businesses who do treasury management, they do a lot of stuff. This might not help the consumer right away, but it really helps the merchant quite a bit. So working with a mature bank like Truist, it's a pretty old bank too. It's not a new bank. It's been there for a long period of time. So I think what we get is we get maturity of their products, and then we can leverage many of this. RTP is one of those. And as I said, this is step A of the journey with real-time payments. There's a lot more that we're going to offer. We'll announce it as we get there. But it's a pretty big bag. They got it's more on the south, but you will now see in New York, New Jersey, you start seeing Truist brands everywhere there.
We have a Truist Bank just down the street, so we know that they're popping up. It might be a new name, but like you said, it's not a new bank. So the next thing I want to touch on, as an H barbarian, we're going to get the question of when. So the collaboration has been announced at this point, but when do we expect this to actually start to impact the Hedera network?
So folks, the technology is already there. We were waiting, and the reason I'm excited, of course, you're always excited when you make an announcement, but I'm excited because we've been waiting. It's been a while since we're waiting for this announcement. We already have real-time payments. So if you sign up with us right now, right, as a merchant, you can get that instant payment right away. So we have that. Now that we've announced it, now more and more merchants know about this. You will start seeing more and more transactions on the Hedera networks. Now, in Hedera, we use two technologies. We use SDS and SCS. So you will start seeing the transaction. It takes a while before the adoption starts, but this is a very good start for us. Announcing that you have a product is step A before you start growing the market. So we have starting today, we'll start putting more FAQs on our website as to how to utilize the RTP and all of that. But we look forward to the adoption of RTP and of real-time payments and Dropp. And that should definitely help Hedera too.
All right, so merchants out there, you hear them. Go ahead and check it out. You're going to save money. You're going to save time. You're going to make things more efficient. Sushil, is there anything else you'd like to pass on?
Yes, definitely. We've always been excited about Hedera. We have Dragon Glass, we have not Drop. We've utilized almost every API that Hedera has, right from NFT to smart contract. It is a system that's a lot easy to use compared to some of the other blockchains. If you utilize them, it's just an API and you just use it and it works very well. So we are really excited both for the bank, right? Because they have a real-time product that's now through Drop, people can use it. Really excited about Hedera, and I think I'm excited for Dropp Truist because this announcement we've been waiting to announce this for a while. I think I had mentioned this several times, but I couldn't announce it for legal reasons. I'm looking forward to merchants, and I got to tell you, Brandon, I'm also looking for people who want to invest in Drop. I wanted this announcement to go out before I could reach out to investors and say, we're ready now. I mean, we got the technology, and it's an excellent start with an excellent bank, a very innovative bank, which has taken a forward step in building real-time payments. In our announcement, we had the head of Treasury, Chris Ward, give us a pretty good code. But he was the person who was really interested in Drop. When he saw the Drop platform, he said, wow, I know it does crypto, but it really can be helpful to bring real-time payments right under the street. Right now, real-time payments is online billing. What we're trying to do is bring RTP right to the common person who can actually use it. So I'm very excited about it, as you can see.
Oh, you should be excited about it, Sushil. Well, congratulations, and thank you so much for hopping on here today and telling us about your latest announcement directly from Davos.
It worked out very well, and I hope you guys can see it. It is a beautiful sunny day. It's not always sunny, and it's not always beautiful, just because of the rain and the snow, but it's just very nice. And today is sort of the last day. By tomorrow, we'll start packing up and we'll be heading back. But it's been a very exciting journey here. It's been exciting for me. And thank you very much, Brandon.
Absolutely. Thanks again. I'm now posting these interviews of Hedera builders independently to my channel. The community, influencers, and media outlets are free to use this content to spread the word on what's being built on Hedera. Once they're all uploaded, you'll be able to go to my channel and search for whatever topic or team you're interested in to find more information. Or you'll be able to get the most recent Hedera news by watching the latest HBAR weekly update. So check them out.